Stop being scared of being disliked by losers. Seriously. One of the biggest things holding so many girls back right now is the fear of judgment from people whose lives they don't even want. And I had to learn this the hard way. There was a time where I cared way too much about what everyone thought of me. I would overthink every post, every outfit, every decision, every little change in my life. And the craziest part? Most of the people judging me weren't even happy themselves. These were people sitting around gossiping all day, criticizing everybody, projecting their bitterness onto others, while I was the one questioning myself because of their opinions. And if you come from a small town or a very judgmental environment, you know exactly what I mean. One person talks, then another person talks, and suddenly people you've never even met somehow know your business. At first it hurts, because you keep thinking, why is everybody so obsessed with what I'm doing? But then one day something clicked for me. People who are genuinely focused on building a good life usually don't have time to obsess over yours. Think about it. When you're busy working on yourself, healing, creating, studying, making money, chasing goals, surviving life, are you spending your entire day gossiping about random people? No, because fulfilled people are busy. But bored people need entertainment, and sometimes you become the entertainment. That's why I stopped taking gossip personally. Because most of the time, it has nothing to do with you. Your growth just makes people uncomfortable. Especially when you start becoming the version of yourself they never had the courage to become. Suddenly you're too confident, too ambitious, too much, or different. And honestly, half the time when people say a woman changed, it just means she finally started putting herself first. I used to be available for everybody. Literally everybody. The therapist friend. The advice friend. The girl answering calls at 2 a.m. The girl spending hours calming people down just for them to go back to the same toxic situation the next day. And honestly, it drained me so badly. I would come home emotionally exhausted after talking to certain people, but for the longest time I thought that made me a good person. I thought sacrificing myself meant I was loving and caring. But eventually I had to ask myself a really uncomfortable question. Who is there for me the way I'm there for everyone else? And the answer was, not many people. Because some people don't actually love you. They love access to you. They love your attention, your energy, your advice, your emotional support. But the second you stop giving nonstop, they suddenly think you've changed. And I know so many girls need to hear this. Setting boundaries does not make you mean. Saying, I can't talk right now is not rude. Protecting your peace is not selfish. You are not required to destroy your mental health just to prove you're a nice person. And another thing I realized is that people get uncomfortable when you outgrow the version of yourself they had access to. The people who liked you insecure will feel weird around your confidence. The people who liked you always available will hate your boundaries. The people who liked you playing small will secretly dislike watching you dream bigger. And it's not always because they're evil. Sometimes your growth becomes a mirror. Your discipline reminds them of their excuses. Your confidence reminds them of their insecurity. Your ambition reminds them of the dreams they abandoned. That's why some people mock the exact thing they secretly wish they had the courage to do themselves. And honestly, one of the biggest lessons I've learned is to stop taking advice from people whose lives I don't even want. Why would I let deeply unhappy people decide how confident I'm allowed to be? Why would I ask permission from people who never even gave themselves permission to dream? I used to over-explain every goal I had because I wanted people to understand me. But not everybody will understand you. Some people can only see life from the limits they placed on themselves. Somebody who never left their comfort zone will think your dreams are unrealistic. Somebody who settled will tell you to settle too. Somebody who gave up on themselves will call you delusional for believing in more. But every beautiful thing in life sounded unrealistic to somebody before it happened. And I think social media made all of this even worse, because now everybody feels entitled to opinions about strangers. People sit behind screens criticizing girls they don't even know personally. But let me tell you something. Truly fulfilled people do not wake up wanting to destroy random strangers online. Hurt people project. Bitter people project. Insecure people project. Half the time people are not reacting to you. They're reacting to what you trigger inside of them. Your freedom triggers the parts of them that feel trapped. Your confidence triggers their insecurity. Your authenticity triggers the fact they spent years performing for approval. That's why some people get uncomfortable the moment you stop needing validation. Because people who can be controlled through approval become very uncomfortable when someone no longer needs it. And I think one of the most powerful things a woman can learn is how to validate herself. Because if you constantly need everyone to approve of you, you'll spend your whole life shapeshifting depending on who you're around. One negative comment ruins your week. One rumor makes you question yourself. One person disliking you suddenly destroys your confidence. And babe, that's not freedom. Real freedom is waking up and liking yourself even when everybody else doesn't fully understand you. Real freedom is trusting your vision before anyone claps for you. And I know that's easier said than done, especially if you grew up being criticized a lot. But at some point you have to stop handing your self-worth to random people because people are inconsistent. Today they love you, tomorrow they judge you. Today they support you, tomorrow they switch up. If your confidence depends on public opinion, your confidence will always be unstable. That's why I stopped creating my life around validation. Even with social media. I don't want my happiness depending on numbers because likes go up and down, views go up and down, opinions change every 5 seconds. But your relationship with yourself has to stay solid through all of it. And honestly, one of the saddest things I see is girls abandoning their dreams because they're scared of looking embarrassing. Girl, everything looks embarrassing in the beginning. Every successful creator once posted videos nobody watched. Every confident woman once felt insecure. Every business owner once had 0 customers. Everybody starts somewhere. But people are so scared of being seen trying that they never even begin. And I refuse to live like that anymore. I would rather be talked about for trying than spend my whole life wondering what could have happened if I believed in myself a little more. Because once you truly stop fearing judgment, your entire energy changes. You walk differently, speak differently, post differently. You stop over-explaining yourself. You stop begging people to understand your decisions. You stop chasing approval from people who were committed to misunderstanding you from the start. And life becomes so much more peaceful after that because you finally realize not everybody deserves access to your energy, your softness, your attention, or your inner world. Some people are committed to staying small and they want company there. Don't join them. Don't let people with no vision convince you to abandon yours. And please remember this. The people constantly watching, gossiping, criticizing, and obsessing over others are usually not living exciting lives themselves. People deeply connected to their own purpose don't spend all day tearing strangers apart. So stop shrinking yourself because some bitter person might dislike you. Stop abandoning your future just to stay relatable to people who are unhappy. You were not born to make everybody comfortable. And honestly, the right people will never require you to betray yourself in order to be loved. So post the video. Start the channel. Wear the outfit. Move away. Set the boundary. Say no. Be cringe. Be ambitious. Be loud about your dreams. Because at the end of the day, the people judging you are still going to wake up as themselves tomorrow morning, while you'll be one step closer to becoming the person you actually want to be.